Okay, so she didn't come
Good
yet, but I have
morning,
a
everybody.
empty thing to get her.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the January 16th, 2024 Michigan PR Group meeting. I hope everybody is in a nice warm spot this morning. And, if you have kids or pets running around in the background because school isn't in session today, I fully understand because I've got that myself. Right, so we've got a roundtable meeting today, so I'll open it up to the floor. Feel free to unmute yourself. Feel free to pop it in the chat, whatever works best for you. If you got any questions for the group or successes to share too, we like those equally as much. All right, I'll ask a question to start. Since it's the coldest day of the year, I'm gonna think summer. And does anybody have anything good thoughts planned out for summer reading program for adventures at your library? Ooh, Nanette's got a foam party with a water slide bounce house. I want to go on that today, except on an indoor location. That sounds like a lot of fun. And Feller Express's Dino's scheduled. Oh, and a phone party. I'm seeing a theme of phone parties here. Oh, Betsy, it's your 100th anniversary. So cool. 1970s themed. That will be fun. Break out the disco ball. Megan popped in that they had a foam party last year and it was a huge hit with way more people than they thought they would. That's a good problem to have. Still a problem, but good problems. Yep, that is a great problem. That's a problem I wish upon everybody this summer. More people signed up and more people coming to the programs than you were anticipating. And just more people coming in the library in general. So those are good things to have. So Betsy, what else do you have planned for your 100th anniversary? And Barbara popped in the chat that it's their third year with a foam party and it's the biggest hit, large attendance. Okay, to those of you that put on foam parties, tell us, how do you rent equipment for this? How do you do that? For the rest of us that I've never been to a foam party. I've heard of them, but haven't been to one or taken my kids to them. Vendor comes in and sprays a certain size area. Okay, so you work with a vendor. That makes it easier than planning it yourself. And they put in a couple feet of foam. And Betsy put in for their 100th anniversary. They've got a gala plan, lots of giveaways, historical programs, a share your story foam, a homecoming. Oh, that is all sorts of fun stuff there. I wish you luck planning that all. Especially the big events like a gala and a homecoming. And Barbara from Hastings put in the chat that Dave Storm, who's local to them, has a foam machine. First year they put harps. That would be funny to put harps on a hill, but nope, they put tarps on a hill. And kids and adults slid down, and now they're doing it on a plaza that allows 3 feet of liquid to be captured. Both ideas sound fun. A giant slip and slide, basically, and then foam party in one spot, at a stable spot. Beyond foam parties, anybody else have anything fun planned for summer reading program?
Everybody hear me? Hello?
Yep, we
Hello.
hear you, Jeff.
Well, the last few years, we've always had a struggle of trying to get adults excited about summer reading for our kickoff parties, because we know families are going to come. And every year we try to trick the single or childless adults out there, the millennials and Gen Zs, to just come to our party. And they never do. Maybe because they sense it's going to be like for kids or something.
Mhm.
So instead of trying to like lure them into our kickoff, we happen to have a lot of outreach programming where we have events sort of hosted after hours where we're on site at local bars and coffee shops. And we're just going to do pop-up signups there within sort of the week of kickoff. So maybe they're late, but we're still going to catch them. We're going to catch those hip adults because we know you're here at this bar. Sign up. Anyway, that's our approach this year. It's like, it's a compromise, but it feels like a cool compromise.
I like that.
Summer reading after dark is what we're calling it.
I have comes down to a 2-week supply of spine labels. Of course, you just told me, and we get them from Amazon. I'll ask Cheryl to see if we can get them from Staples.
I'll mute Heather there, so thought she was chiming in, but we're chatting about labels is equally important, but not for us. But Jeff, I like that because it doesn't matter if you sign up day 1 for summer reading or day, 79.
Sure.
So long as you sign up, that's what counts. So, and I like them. You're going out into the wild to find them in their native habitat and territory.
Yeah. Oh, I've got another plan, but it's still technically a secret. I can't tell any of you yet. I'll tell you next month.
Ooh, well, we'll look forward to next month. So apparently it's cold in our library and I'm not there, so that I need to tell people where the sign templates are at. All right, and then some other things have popped in the chat that Barbara's also planning a plant identification hike for the 2nd year, useful plants found in the wild. That sounds like a fun one. And a good way to work with if you have a local Parks and Rec department you're affiliated with. Could include them easy on that. And Jennifer from Frankenbooth says they have a planes, trains, and automobiles series planned and coming. They're working with a local car dealer to come in and talk about get your car ready for adventures. That's a good one. Oh, and an aircraft mechanic come in to talk about air travel. With everything that's going on in the, air world, that sounds so cool. And hopefully to give people a little more reassurance too, after, doors flying off of planes. And a local historian coming in to talk about the history of train travel in our area. That's cool. Those are all great programs. And Chantel put a question up here. Does anyone have ideas for college students along the lines of summer reading program, but maybe during winter break, spring break? etc., perhaps even asynchronous program. Has anyone targeted those college students or even adults on during a break time? And Jennifer popped into the chat that young adults are hard and she's always looking for ideas. The only thing they're offering up right now is free tutoring for college math. That is a good one.
Oh. Mm-mm. Whoa. This might be something
Nope, let me
that's not me.
nope. That's whoever joined in on the
Huh.
video call. And I'm muting them. I'm hoping they're not they're calling someone else. I'm hoping they can unmute it on their phone if they'd like. So if they're trying to chime into chat.
So our last September, our library got its own beer from the local brewery, library themed beer.
Ooh.
In January, we got a library themed latte from a coffee shop. And if all goes to plan, by mid-May, the local ice cream shop will give us a library themed ice cream.
Ooh.
Which is a super fun way to get our name out there and also partner with local businesses.
That is. Is the ice cream coming from Treat Dreams?
Yes.
Ah, I love them. They just
Yeah.
opened a store on my side of town. It's dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll see. Probably gonna go with chocolate chip cookie dough or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I like it. And you're inspiring others. Chantel said they have a local bookstore in town that serves coffee, and she might reach out to them. And that's what this group is all about, inspiring each other. Who else has questions for the group?
I have a question. Does anybody else make their own like Libby and Hoopla how-to videos, or do you guys just use the ones they have available for your patrons? Or do you not use videos at all?
We dabble with that, but
Okay.
it's not, I don't know how glamorous it looks. What
Yeah.
we tend to do is use our phones.
Yep.
Turn on the screen record. We'll explore with our own fingers about what we're doing, and then we'll go on TikTok or Instagram and green screen it with our little faces, talking about
Okay.
what we did.
Okay. Okay,
It-
perfect. Because
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
because that's along the lines of what I've been doing, but I've been having so many people come in and ask for tutorial videos, and I know
Mhm.
that they have them, right? And we've put them out before, but it seems like they want something that's a familiar face to them.
Yep.
So thank you.
Yeah. We always keep it to 59 seconds or less, just for attention spans.
Yeah. Good idea.
So you might make more than one.
Thank you.
Yep. Yes. All right, and then we also have a question in the chat about, is anyone doing a blind date with a book next month? And if they are, does anybody have a fresh spin they can put on it? And Angela popped in the chat also that they were thinking of doing one-line wonders using the first line of a book to extending that into March.
Let's see. We just picked out our displays. I wonder if we're doing that. Blind date with a book, I shout out to anyone who does it because it involves a little bit of tedious work of wrapping it up.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
It's
We're
like-
just doing a romance display. Meh, you know, what can you do?
I was gonna say, if you have volunteers, they would be a good one to wrap up your books for you.
Yeah.
And Chantel put in that they've used blind date with a book, putting quotes placed on a bulletin board in candy shaped hearts with a number, and then patrons choose the one that appeals to them, and then bring that heart and number to the desk, and then they give them the book. So, and that worked well for college students. She's also seen interest in speed dating with book events on Pinterest or called book tastings. So those would be a fun event. Sounds like that would be a lot of work, but it'd be fun. And then Barbara said they're doing Valentine puzzles with friends. I know my kids, they did one, I wasn't involved with it, but our youth staff did a blind date with a book, and I got some for my kids, and they were thrilled with I brought it home, they got to unwrap it. Okay, so I'll pose a question to the group. We're thinking of finally jumping on the makerspace bandwagon here, What things are, if you have a makerspace, what things are in your makerspace that you would recommend others to get or us to get? So what are your top items?
How many folks here have a makerspace so far? Because if not Kelly, I definitely recommend reaching out to Baldwin. They have a great makerspace.
Yeah. I know they do. I've been at Grosse Points. They have a cool new one. So I've been there just with my kids because they're using it. So. And then Barbara popped in the chat. They're doing a National Puzzle Day, and she popped in. If you haven't peeked at the chat, peek at it. She put her flyers up there for it. So. And Betsy put in the chat that for the makerspace, that's the 3D printer, the engraver, Adobe software, sublimation printer that get used constantly. Good things to know. I don't know what a sublimation printer is. I'm gonna have to Google that one. And then Jennifer had a makerspace when she was at Saginaw Library. And Barbara doesn't have one due to space limitations. I get that. And Jennifer Frankenbooth has a small one because our space is limited. Oops, now I got to scroll down to the bottom of the chat again. Oh, and Heather, thank you for posting the link to your makerspace. Appreciate that. You guys got a lot of fun stuff in yours, so. And Heather also posted in the chat, there is a TLN listserv with a Google Doc compilation of that, so I will take a look at that. Right, who else has a question for the group, or we all just try to keep ourselves warm today?
I have a question. I throw something in the chat.
Yeah,
Teens are on YouTube. So how many people here are very active on YouTube? Because in the homogeneity of social media, YouTube basically has something that is similar to Instagram Reels and TikTok. They have their shorts. So it's an avenue to explore.
Mhm.
We're about to dip our toe into it because we are trying to chase teens. Throwing that out there in case anyone missed that little news report and or wondering if anyone dabbles in YouTube.
We do, on and off. To be honest, I fell out of it a little bit over the holiday, but I've had some really good response to the shorts. But the thing about YouTube shorts is they have to be under a minute. So if you go like 61 seconds,
Yeah.
it bumps it to an actual video. But yeah, I've had some success with that, and I do need to get back into it. My biggest thing is finding the right time to post so that they're seen.
Mhm.
So that's the biggest problem that I've been finding.
say, I don't have anything to add other than Jeff, once you dabble in it, we're gonna follow and watch you, so.
Yeah, please subscribe. We're just getting started. I don't know. We've been hopefully trying to get more of our staff in front of the camera for that one, instead of just treating it like another TikTok or another Instagram, which it can so easily just become that. The other argument is, why not work smarter instead of working harder and just take content you're already making for Instagram Reels and throw it into your shorts, which plenty of people do anyway, too. Just things to think out loud about.
Yep. And Aaron and Sue said that during COVID, they did readings of classic books and still have a good following from those. And they're about to start adding their TikTok videos to YouTube Shorts, so. And Jennifer asked the question, what type of videos would you post? She's guessing entertaining ones?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We're talking about, it's still really early, but we're talking about doing what our youth department already does for Facebook and just moving it over to a YouTube style. So they do early literacy tips, they do book recommendations. They could also do other things like quick demonstrations of how our STEM kits work, or how to, the quick rules of a board game we circulate, just anything like that that has a human staff's face on the screen talking about content we circulate. It's tricky if I could think out loud as a marketer. I hate to be cynical, but like, frankly, at the very, very end of the day, as marketers, we're really trying to reach the parents and caregivers, they're the human beings who drive these little ones to the building, and they're also the ones who vote for our millages. And they're the ones on Facebook, but the little ones and teens are not on Facebook. So it's the conundrum, right?
Mhm.
The never-ending conundrum of our existence.
If we had it figured all out, we wouldn't be working for the salaries we do,
Right.
so.
Right.
We'd all be millionaires and relaxing at the beach, especially on this cold day.
Right.
But in the meantime, we slog on and just try our best. And Megan popped into the chat that they also, if their TikTok videos are shorter than 60 seconds, they do pop them onto YouTube Shorts as well. And Jennifer has a good idea that they have their teen advisory board has done some TikToks for them. So, and that now she'll reach out to them to try the YouTube Shorts because her videos are boring. I get that. I have a hard time not rambling, so keeping it under 60 seconds would be a challenge for me. Something I gotta try, but because I fell off that bandwagon after we got banned from TikTok, so I have to pick that back up with YouTube Shorts. And Barbara popped in the chat. They haven't done many videos, but the staff and patrons have had good luck with the Libby Start Guide, and she posted the link to that in the chat. All right, anybody else got questions for the group?
Oh, that's a Canva link for Libby. That's cool.
Yeah.
How many people in this room? Nothing on your minds? Come on.
If not, that's okay. We'll keep it short and sweet because we'll be back again in February. So you have an entire month to come up with your questions. Betsy, in the meantime, good luck with planning your 100th anniversary here. And my tip to you is after doing the 20th, just send out personal invites to as many nonprofits, churches, schools, school administrators, community members that you know. Send them, the semi-personal invite. And that helped to get our numbers up for our big 20th anniversary event. All right. Thank you guys for coming today. Thank you for sharing Canva. That's always especially great because we can, borrow from each other. So nobody needs to reinvent the wheel. And our next meeting will be coming up on, let me look what the third Tuesday is, February the 20th. So hopefully everybody had great events and we'll see everybody then.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.